Sabi Star. This is coming up for you right now. $27.92. Free shipping and handling once again. 4 easy payments. Once again, if you want to take advantage, it's the first day that we've put it on 4 easy payments. And once again, this is another item. This is going to go up in price at the end of the day. So don't miss out on this. We've got this wonderful pink version for you, which is just the prettiest thing. It's so unique looking as well. I love little, it's like a little tree.
It is a tiny tree, and as you can see right here, these images, it has the look of a well-manicured bonsai tree.
It does.
That took many years to grow and a lot of artistry, but actually those are just only a few years old.
Wow.
They naturally do that. Here they are in the wild in Sahara Desert in Africa, and what's unique about these is that they can live up to 100 years out in the wild. Or in the house.
Okay.
There you can see the double pink. But what's special is that in that 100-year life cycle, you, the caretaker, hardly has to do anything. And I really mean that. I mean, these are rugged as it gets. They thrive on total neglect. I water mine once or twice a month at most. And they produce flowers, believe it or not, Anthony, for 6 months.
Wow.
Every year.
Just so pretty. Just the colors of the flowers contrasting against this wonderful green of the foliage is just wonderful. Now, with a lot of the items that we have with Roberta's, they will ship at the appropriate time for where you are in the country. With this, it's a set one. It's going to be on April 29th, which is when it will ship through. We've deemed that this is going to be a fine time for whenever. How does it actually arrive? What is it going to look like when it first arrives?
It's going to look just like this.
Okay.
And what's special is these are already 2 years old.
I was going to say, it already looks well established.
Yeah, I mean, we've been growing these from seed, so it does take a good long time from a little seed to sprout up to grow this big, because while they aren't, the fastest growers, and they're also not the slowest, they're kind of a middle.
Okay.
They do like to take their time.
Okay.
Now, once you've got them at that stage, it doesn't take a long time. Here, this is about just the next year.
Okay.
After, you can see. But I want to bring some...
And are we growing this indoors or outdoors?
This is indoors.
And indoors.
And I want to bring attention because when we're taking care of these indoors, one thing people tend to do is over-tend an indoor houseplant. But this thick, attractive, robust trunk actually stores all of the water of this Sabi Star and supplies it to all of the branches and leaves and flowers. So that's how, just like the camelback, it has its own source of water. It's not worried if you miss out. And these beautiful flowers, like I said, they're present for about half the year. Now, some people will be able to maintain their leaves year-round.
Okay.
And that's great. And other people, during the wintertime, you may lose some leaves, and they'll come right back.
But that's not, you don't need to worry.
Totally normal. You don't got to worry about it. Now, what I want to say, though, is that they are literally the world's easiest houseplant, but they're also extremely rare.
I've never seen one of these before. Yeah,
you usually would not, and the reason why is because they're hard to get, and there's not a lot of people growing them. I have only seen these in a garden store twice in my life, and they weren't this color, because what we have here, and this is the Roberta's difference, not only are we offering something that's hard to find, but these are double flowered, and what that means is each flower has twice or thrice as many petals. That produces a very voluptuous look, and it also gives a longer lasting flower on the tree, and that's special.
I'm so tempted to get this. I just love the idea of these little tiny bonsai style trees.
Yes.
Easy to look after. Like I said, I don't have a garden. If you're in a similar situation, or you just want to bring some color and life indoors as well, if you've got a great garden but you want to have some of that life inside, this is the perfect thing to go for. It's rare, it's something very special, it's something that's going to be a real talking point if you have friends, family members come round to see this. And even in just a few years, you're going to be having something that is so desirable but has been so easy to get to.
Yeah, I mean, that look is not hard to achieve. That is just a few years after the time that you've got it. And remember, these have a good long life of up to 100 years, and that's how long they can live in the wild, just like that. I know, right?
Yeah.
This is something that your great-grandchildren can take care of. And there you see, no one's taking care of those. It's bone dry out there, but somehow they are thriving, and that's what we love. You can see that thick trunk. When they're out in the wild, It's just, they're quite massive, but what's surprising is indoors in a pot, they stay to the size of the pot, the container that you keep them in.
So the pot that you have here in the studio, and we'll see that now, you can see that it's not a huge pot.
Nope.
Is this going to get much bigger than it is now?
No, it won't.
Okay,
It's
so
actually limited and contained by its container, which is perfect for us. And I want to show you, when you get yours home, you're going to think, all right, cool, I got my new Sabi Star home. What do I do with it? Well, first I recommend taking a pot the same size. This is a 12-inch bulb tray.
Okay.
And the reason why I like that is because the water is wicked, excess moisture is wicked away by the clay. So, because these are desert dwellers, so they don't want to sit in wet soil.
Right, gotcha.
So the clay will absorb any extra water, as well as the shape. It forces water down. So then you're going to have your little Sabi Star. You're going to unbox it.
This is so exciting. It's so different. When was the last time you treated yourself to something for your home that is so special, so unique and so rare, for not a huge amount of money either? I mean, we're only talking $27.92. That price, remember though, will go up at the end of the day, so now is the time to go to QVC.com, place your order, get it secured. It's going to ship to you on the 29th of April, and then all you have to do is follow the instructions. So you simply plant it in a little pot.
They don't, I want to just add into that is that they don't need a lot of water, and they just need an average amount of sun.
Okay.
So that means just a sunny window.
Okay.
And you're right, it's a very wonderful item to have in the house. It's
Here
very
comes
unique.
Court.
Hey, I just wanted to say that being a family that's grown together for now 5 generations, that these are like family heirlooms. You might have mentioned it, I wasn't really paying attention,
I did,
but it's near
okay.
to dear to my heart for something like that, because it's almost like a family Bible that gets passed down for 100 years, or a family menorah that gets passed down. These things, your daughter may not comment, oh, Daddy, I like my desert rose plant, but she notices it. And then when she has kids, she can have the same plant. So
That's pretty special, to have something that is going to stay with your family for up to 100 years. That really is really quite incredible. So $27.92. Take advantage right now. That price is going to go up at the end of the day. Around about, was it 16,000? Over 16,000 of these have been spoken for since we first brought this to you this month.
yeah, we've only been here a month, less than a
Yes.
month, 2 days less than a month, 16,000. But the good ones are always gone so fast.
And remember that these are real living things. We can't just manufacture more like that.
No.
The ones that are going to arrive to you, what, 2
They're
years old already?
2 years
So
old.
you have to remember
There's
that.
one
So
right
if
there.
this is something that you love, place your order now. We'll get it to you at the end of April, and then you can start enjoying it for the next 100 years.
Isn't that great? And look, this is a plant that if you're a woman watching at home and you buy plants and your husband never comments, like, is he even living with me? I don't know. But you bring this home.
I think guys are like, because
guy will
guys like little trees.
Yes, they will notice it.
Yeah.
And it has 3 levels of interest, in my opinion. The beautiful woody trunk, the gorgeous, 5 months of flowers?
6 months.
6 months
Yeah.
of
6
flowers.
months of flowers.
And the evergreen jade leaves, so.
Wow. It's very unique, and that's what I like about it. It's not, if you go to the box store or the regular garden center, I think it's quite unlikely you will see something
It's highly
like this.
unlikely. In fact, I would venture that you would never find it, and if you did, it would have to be a very special, boutique-y little garden store, and they will be extremely
Boutique
expensive.
little garden store prices.
You're going to spend a lot more than this, so take advantage right now. Once again, if you've never ordered plants and flowers from QVC, Roberta's have been with us for 22 years. QVC's been around for, I don't know, is it 35 years? I don't know how long QVC's been going. Nobody knows? I'm the newest person here. That's my excuse. I think it's over 30 years. It's definitely over 30 years anyway. We're hearing 32 years that QVC's been here. 32 years, 22 years with Roberta's. We're incredibly well established. This is a brand that if you're not entirely happy with, you guys have got a great guarantee. We've talked about this before.
Yep.
The customer service from Roberta's is phenomenal. It's a family business for generations of people who are genuinely passionate about what they do. I mean, it shows in what you bring us, and they scour the world to bring us something unique and something different. So every item has that special, unique Roberta's difference.
And this one is from the Lost Isle of Socotra. It's called Socotra Moon. And when you look at these beautiful pink flowers, a symbol of love, it's like the feeling you get when you look at a beautiful full moon.
All right.
Don't you agree?
Okay. Well, yeah, absolutely.
I do.
We're out of time on this, so $27.92, $6.98 if you're going to take advantage of those easy payments. M61461 is your item number. Okay, we are going to move on to our next item, which is our geraniums. This is not just any geranium, though. No. Once again, with Roberta's, there is always a difference. This is the Calliope, is how I like to pronounce it.